Welcome back, dear viewers, and as we welcome the brand new year, our first episode of 2026 brings with a celebration of passion, creativity, and the universal language of food. Today, we are delighted to host an exceptional guest whose culinary artistry reflects tradition, innovation, and the joy of new beginnings. Joining us, Chef Marco Fiorot, an acclaimed Italian chef whose cuisines blends the soul of Italy with modern global vision. As we turn the page to 2026, we explore how food brings cultures together, inspire fresh starts, and tell stories that go far beyond the plate. So, Chef Marco, welcome to Good Morning Kuwait and Happy New Year.
Buongiorno Kuwait and Happy New Year. Thank you for having me, Maria.
Well, we are delighted to have you, and finally I had the opportunity to interview you.
I'm here, ready for it.
Well, let's shoot the first question. So, Chef Marco, it is a pleasure to welcome you, as I said. So, in our first episode, what does in starting the new year with culinary conventions meant to you?
Well, you know, my life is always about food. My conversations since morning to evening, they're always related to food.
Yes.
I live to eat and cook, and so 2026 or 2025 or 2027, nothing's gonna change in my life.
Food is
I'm
the goal.
ready for it from day one.
From day one. As they say that food is the non-spoken language of love and expressing emotions. So, looking back at your journey as a chef, how has your relation with food evolved through years? You said from day one you are with food.
Well, you know, I study completely a different subject.
Okay.
I study engineering, and in the weekend, I used to work in a restaurant to collect some cash, you know, for paying my little expenses. And immediately, I felt that was the right place for me. I used to see so many people enjoying and eating food, and you know, the greatest memories are always around the table.
Around the table, exactly.
So I think I meet the people on the best time of their day, when they take the time for themselves. Maybe during the day you are upset or stressed in your office, doing your daily routine, but at night time, when you go to the restaurant, is the time you're taking for yourself. It's the time you are enjoying and you're giving the best of yourself. So I meet people always on the best time of their...
Yeah, it's the me time. You're meeting them in their me time. So that's amazing.
And all of this energy they share, they are loading my batteries, because at the end of the day, cooking and, you know, and today is, alhamdulillah, I run for restaurants, and it's quite busy and stressful from the morning, the bakery, you know, croissant, bread, pizzas,
busy all day.
The sauce until at night time when the last customer leave the restaurant. So I am there on the front line, and you know, of course, like in every family, some little problems happen here and there. So what I want to say, if you don't love this job, you cannot do it.
Exactly.
So yeah, that's the point.
Well, so okay, my next question, does the beginning of the new year influence the way you think about, let's say, creativity? Something you have, let's say that maybe you in 2026 you have a new vision you need to execute?
Yes, I do have.
Oh.
You know, at the end of the day, I've been in Kuwait since 12 years, and I've been introduced to different culture, different taste, different approach to the table as well. Because to tell you something extremely funny, in Italy, Mama at the house, she plate the food in the kitchen, and then she served each one of us his portion. In Kuwait, you plate it in the middle of the table and everyone share.
The opposite.
It's a trick here because you get to eat much more, huh? So that's why maybe I gained my 20 kilo since I came to Kuwait. But anyways, it's a different approach in the country. It's not only about, so at the end of the day, I change my impression because of course I'm fully immersed here in the country, so my whole vision totally changed. And so yes, in 2026 these kind of differences together at others related to flavors and cooking way, they're going to impact my menu on the new restaurant that I'm about to open.
Well, that's
so
amazing.
yes, definitely.
Well, that's amazing.
2026 will be a great experience.
Inshallah. And now, speaking of Italian cuisines, how do you balance between honoring classic traditions and cuisines with the visionary, or let's say fusion cuisines that you are about to invent?
Okay, see, years are passing, palates are evolving.
Exactly.
We are all traveling, exposing our taste buds to different flavors and different emotions. So through that, there are some items that are timeless, you know, so yes, there will always be like that, for example, a spaghetto pomodoro, but, like a spaghetto tomate, you know, but majority of the contemporary dish needs to be upgraded and needs to be updated to the taste buds of the people, because today everybody has everything. You
Yes.
can eat anything you want.
Exactly.
So the customer base is bored and is very bored easy and is very acknowledged about his taste. Because there is no anymore barrier. Before, I remember 20, 30 years ago, we used to go at the restaurant only once a week, and when we were going to the restaurant was such an event. Oh wow, we're going to the restaurant.
As you said, it was an event. And
An
now
event. Nowadays, people goes to the restaurant, it's like normality. There is no anymore something special.
Exactly.
So the restaurant have to add extra special intention, ideas, flavor to make your dinner experience unique.
Exactly. As you said, dinner experience unique. Before, once or twice a month we used to go. It was something. We used also to enjoy the food. Now everything changed. And as you said, there is everything on the table now.
Yes.
And the competition in the restaurant industry is extremely high. So you need to add the new thing. You need to add a new experience to, let's say, please the customer, because the customer is always right. Now, from your own perspective and point of view, what makes the Italian food, let's say, timeless and universal?
Okay, and I'm ready for this answer.
Okay, shoot.
We don't have to look at it into the dish itself.
Okay.
We need to look at it outside the dish. What makes it timeless and unique is the soul, the emotions, the passions. When you enter an Italian restaurant, if it's a proper Italian restaurant, it's not only about the spaghetto, if it's served al dente, or it's the emotion, the vibes, the interaction. I don't know, I see the waiter rolling a spaghetto, I see a guy stretching a mozzarella, I see someone rolling some pasta dough,
So it's the simplicity.
See a pizza, I see a fire, I see the music, the smile, the laugh, the jokes, the light. This is Italy. It's a soul, it's emotion, it's passion. Yes, it's spaghetto, yes, it's Milanese, that has to be all perfect, of course. But what is timeless is the approach to the experience, to the dining experience.
Well, so as you said, it's the dining experience and it's the simplicity of everyday practices. You say someone is providing food, someone is making, so everyone is taking their, let's say, particular role in making a delicious, decent Italian meal. That's what makes it timeless and, let's say, universal.
Yes.
So my next question is, are the practical regional Italian flavors or dishes that continue to inspire you? What are the cuisines?
Well, of course, all of us, for how much we can travel and visit the experience, we will be always tied up to what are our tradition, the flavor we grew up with. Today, I can tell you that when I eat a lasagna, let's say, which is for you can be a matchbus, if we compare the dishes, my favorite is always going to be the one that my mom cooked me when I was 6 years old. So all the other lasagnas that you're going to taste or your other matchbus that you're going to eat in your life, they will always be compared to the very first one that you have eaten in your house from your parents.
Exactly.
So through that, everything I do today, everything, my taste buds, my conception of food and interpretation of food, it's always related to what my parents taught me.
Yes.
So today, you can go everywhere in Kuwait and eat in any house some matchbus laham. But you're always going to love the moash one that your mama made.
Exactly. No one cooks better than anyone's mom.
Exactly.
So what your mother cook is like, your mother put the standard.
She set the standard.
She set the standard for you, and based on that, you can bear and you build your experience. And speaking of your mama, let's talk about your inspiration. Where did you get your inspiration, and what's sometimes, let's say, not only inspiration, but where did you get your ideas? If you want to invent something novel, something new out of the extraordinary.
See, I consider myself a very lucky person because I'm extremely creative. So most of the time, what do? I sit in my restaurant. Many of you see me maybe at the restaurant seated eating. First of all, because it's my favorite place to be. And I open the restaurants because I like to be the first customer of myself.
Yes.
So this is my mentor. She used to always tell me, sit and look around and feel what the customer needs. So I sit at the restaurant, I'm eating my spaghettino, I look around and I wonder myself, what can I add? What do I would love to have if I was a customer? You know, I always look at for the perspective of a customer.
Yes.
So, for example, I don't know, I launch a burger joint. I love to eat burgers, but when I go to a burger shop, I always feel like I am in a fast food. I eat with tissue paper, and the service is really average, and the plates or
just
the
people
cutlery
that
are
are
plastic.
eating, they are not experiencing the food.
So I said, why not to have a burger shop where I can go and sit in a very comfortable chair with a very beautiful table, handmade, and serve in a very professional way with a very handmade bread, ground beef fresh, and maybe with a little bit of interaction, a little bit of a show. And that's how was born Marco's Burger, that today I think is a unique concept, not only in Kuwait, in the world. It's an experience. If you enter that restaurant, you feel the energy, thanks to my colleagues that they are managing to maintain the same standard I have set at the early stages.
Yes.
So, yes, it's all about feeling, be capable to feel, to have the sensibility to feel what people want.
Exactly. So, talking about what people want, do you think that dishes may, let's say, send a message or send the emotions of the chef?
Of course, of course. When you go to a restaurant, you're not liking the restaurant, you like to taste the nafas of the chef.
Exactly, the nafas.
Yes, because this is it. When in my restaurants, if you go from the Gonavo to Julia to Burger to C, wherever you go, you will catch there is a connection between the flavors, because that's my taste.
Exactly.
You know. So then there is someone that would have my same taste and appreciate those touches. There is someone else that doesn't like, so prefer other restaurants, which is absolutely normal. We can never have prepared something that everyone would love.
Yes.
Otherwise, we would all drive the same car. We will, I don't know, marry the same woman. We will, I don't know, wear the same clothes. Doesn't happen.
Exactly.
So, yes. It's exactly what I say. When you say, okay, I like that restaurant, you like the nafas of the chef that is responsible of that kitchen.
It's just like what we see or experience at homes. If I'm cooking, you can sense that I'm angry if I'm adding too much chili or I'm adding too much salt. They say, Mayam is not concentrating, she added too much salt. Even though I like salty food, but I try to maintain, because no one else in our family likes too much salt in their food. So, my final question, Chef Marco, what is your New Year resolution and what is your, let's say, futuristic vision?
Well, that's the most dramatic question that all of us
Yes.
So definitely, if I look back at 2025, there are some steps I could have done better.
You will do better.
I could have done better, so I will work on it for the new 2026, definitely. I'm always talking about my work, my restaurant, and my colleagues, my effort in my business. So 2026 is going to be a very tough year, because we sense it in the market that there is a lot of offer and there is a drop of demand, or maybe there is the same demand
Yes.
But there is extra offers, so many restaurants, so 2026 is going to be a year very tough for us as restaurateurs or hoteliers, and we needed to be tight to each other, to be strong,
Up to the
and
challenge.
to face this challenge that, this will just motivate us to do better.
Exactly.
And we are ready for this challenge.
Well, bring it on 2026.
Can't wait.
Yes. With that, Chef Marco, I'm delighted to have you on Good Morning Kuwait, and I wish you all the best of luck.
Thank you so much,
in
Miriam.
2026. And my dear viewers, now we're going to take a short break and then we're going to continue. So stay tuned.